The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm in time.
Hey guys, it's Savannah, and yeah, another video. The title of my video is really strange and big. It's saying, I'm not a Christian. Now, before people freak out and be like, what, you're not a Christian, oh my gosh, you know, just freak out. No, when I mean I'm not a Christian, I mean I'm not by the word of Christian. I am a follower of Jesus because over the years, people think with the word associated with Christian is this holy churchgoer person who's trying to get you going to heaven and all this other stuff, okay? I'm not that. I'm a follower of Jesus, and I follow the Bible and what he says. I don't follow what humans say, like Joel Osteen and all them big people. It's corrupt church, okay? So, basically, why I want to say why I'm not a Christian, okay? It's been displayed in many times in TV shows, in media, and different stuff like that. It's basically the fact that everyone thinks that God is this almighty being, which he is, but if they think he's this almighty being, that they pray to him for something that they want, and he's gonna give it to them. So, you know, God, I want to get a raise at work, okay? So basically, they want a raise at work. God's like, it's not the right time right now for you, and doesn't do it. And then they get upset and mad and say, well, then God's not real because he didn't answer my prayers. Okay, an example of this in like TV shows or movie-wise is Glee, the show that just ended recently. I think in season 2, it's an episode called Grilled Cheeses, because Finn is making grilled cheese, and he sees, when he makes it, he thinks he sees Jesus in part of it, okay? So he basically thinks he's just seen Jesus, and he thinks this is like this ultimate, you know, revelation that he's found Jesus and found God. And so he thinks that there's actually a God, because he sees it in the grilled cheese, which is a little weird, but anyways, and so he prays to it. He does not eat it. He doesn't eat that part. He prays to it, which is a little weird, because he thinks it's God, obviously. He prays to it, and he asks for things. Like, one is he wants to win their first football game, and that happens. And another one he asked for was to touch his girlfriend's boobs, which is, like, of course, a guy would ask that in a relationship. But and then, so he asked for those things, and either they were already going to happen, it's probably what happening was they were already going to happen in history, and he just happened to ask for those things. But what people don't understand is they think that they can ask God for stuff and it's going to happen. So, of course, so he asks grilled cheeses for these things, and they happen. Okay, so he's, of course, amazed at this whole thing and thinks that God is real. And he's like, I believe in God, blah, 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 blah. Sings songs about it, too, you know? It's cool. And he asks for something else. I'm honestly, like, forgetting what it is right now. But he asked for something now. And that didn't come true. Like, that didn't happen. It didn't happen, whatever it was. And so, of course, then he's upset, and then he really doesn't believe in God or whatever you want to call it anymore, because he thinks that God didn't answer his prayers, you know, grilled Jesus didn't answer his prayers, when in the fact, it's like, that's why people think they don't believe in God, is a humongous thing, because they just want God to be this person they can ask stuff to, and he gives it to them, which, that's not what God is. God is a sovereign and a Lord, and are, like, you know, you're supposed to obey him, not just ask him for random stuff. I mean, it's like, he's not your parent. You're not going to go to your mom and say, Mom, can I have this? Okay, it's not like that. God's not your parent. You're not going to ask him and he's going to say yes for everything. I mean, your parents will say yes for everything, but it's not the relationship between you and God is not where you ask for him for stuff and he gives it to you all the time. I mean, he's not going to just give you, I mean, he knows what is best for you, and if that's not best for you at the time that you ask for it, then he's not going to give it to you. But maybe in a later date, it actually might be what is planned for you. But at that time, it's not going to be, you know, for you. So, of course, when people get really, really upset when, like, especially like a loved one is sick, and they pray and pray and pray and pray and pray to God to heal them, and God doesn't. That's not God, like, looking down on earth and saying, oh, I'm going to let this one live, this one lived, but not this one. No, not this one. You know, he's not like that. He's not like this evil God who's like looking to smite who, you know. It's like, oh, I'm going to smite them, but not them. You know, it's not like that. Or they pray, but they didn't, so I'm going to kill him. It's not like that. Honestly, for some reason, people I know are afraid of death because death is a tragic thing. Okay, people die. It's sad. But if you honestly look at it, people that are going to heaven are way more privileged than we are because they literally get to go and be with God. I mean, people are always so morbid, and it's not really that the person that died is sad, obviously, because they died, they don't feel anything anymore. But the person that is experiencing the pain is in pain, obviously, so that they're hurt, so they want to be morbid. But when honestly, you don't need to be morbid because death is a sad, tragic thing, obviously, or awful. But it's beautiful because they get to go to heaven and be with God and party in the Golden Gates and have so much fun and, you know, probably see these loved ones they haven't seen in a while. Like probably, if it's for an elderly person, for their spouse, you know, for their parents, because their parents have already died since they're already old. For their siblings, possibly, if they're one of the younger siblings and they have older siblings. Sometimes even children, obviously. That sometimes children have died before their parents, and that's tragic. So you don't need to look at that as a whole sad thing. It's awful. Of course, it's so hard to explain. People always think that God is this awful person who doesn't answer your prayers when he does, but you honestly don't get that the person usually you're praying for is needed in heaven. God had them on the earth for that specific amount of time because he knew that's what he needed enough impact in a life for that. You're like, well, you don't understand. I'm like, no. You don't understand. God is an almighty, all-powerful being. He's not just a human being like us. I mean, he's all-powerful, everything, okay? So he's, like, incredibly amazing. And what he decides is what he decides. I mean, and you're like, well, that's not fair. As a child, most children have heard the phrase from their parents, life is not fair. And it's not fair. You need to grow up and understand the fact that life is not fair. I'm sorry. And you're going to go mad and go pout at God because you think that he decided to kill your loved one. That is not the case. Okay? He didn't say, I'm going to kill that person because I know that person's going to feel like crap afterwards. That's not what he's saying. But people, that's why I'm not a Christian, because Christian people think that the word Christian is this humongous thing of basically a person, you know, going to church every week, you know, has a perfect family, has a perfect life, and they have the Bible, or they're going to beat you with it if you don't become a Christian. How is that a way to have, and people, how, you know, convert people? I don't want to convert people. What is this? Like, I want people to understand the message that I have, and I don't want to have to go to someone and say, if you don't accept Jesus as your personal savior, you're going to hell. Like, if you honestly go up to somebody and say that, are they going to want to like, oh, sure, then I will totally become a Christian right now so I don't die and burn in hell. What the heck? No one's going to say that. No one's going to do that, okay? Just stop, please. Honestly, if you lived your life to the way that Jesus would want it, not the Christian way, I'm not going to say Christian way, because if you say Christian way, then people are going to be like, expect it to be like a specific route of everything that has to be, you know, for. No. If you follow and live your life the way that Jesus did, people are going to see that and know that you're different and think, wow. And they're not, I mean, if they're not already a Christian, they're going to look at that and think of a really, hopefully a really changing thing in their life, that they have to get past issues or, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, that's what I think you should do instead of trying to, like, beat people and saying you're going to go to hell if you don't become a Christian. I mean, of course, there are people that are like, well, my mom. Like, if you've seen the movie God's Not Dead, the atheist pastor, I mean, you can call him I mean, not pastor, the atheist professor, he said he believed in God when he was a child, but then he prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, obviously, to his to God to heal his mom, because his mom was sick. And God, he didn't. His mom died, and he just didn't understand that how could a merciful and loving God kill somebody, kill a mother when the child was only, I don't know how old it was. And it's hard when you're gonna look at everything and blame God. Well, why did God allow 9/11? Why did God allow World War I, World War II? I mean, you're gonna really blame him on everything? God created us with a free will. He's not gonna force us, as everyone remembers. He's not gonna force himself on us. Okay? He's not gonna force us to believe in something that we don't have to believe. That's why he gave us free will, free choice. And so if you're like, well, God so could have stopped it. Yeah, he could have, but he said he gave us a free right, free will. I mean, he's not going to change that. He gave us a free will to choose life and choose how we see things. And yes, horrible things have happened, but honestly, it is just part of life that horrible things are going to happen. I'm sorry if you expected your whole life to be like a, peachy perfect, but you see in movies sometimes where you see in little suburb house, everything's happy and everything's woo-woo, and, everything's cool, because that's, like, literally happens never, ever. So, yeah. Life is not perfect. Life is messed up most of the time. And you will get hurt, and you will cry, and, it's part of life. Life is life. It's kind of been a long video, and I'm kind of sorry on your fact that probably most of you have, like, just tuned it out because you're like, well, just stop talking, weirdo with the weird colored hair again. So, that was just my take, because I was just so mad of so many things that have happened recently, or being Christian, or, I mean, I'm so frustrated with, like, things in general today, like, in life, okay? I don't want Donald Trump as president. I don't want Hillary Clinton as president. Yeah, I don't even know, okay? And, of course, when Kanye West said he's gonna run for president in 2020, please tell me you're joking, okay? Just please, don't even do that right now. Just no. I cannot even explain how stupid some people are. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's kind of long, but, I tend to get my feelings out there and felt, like, really frustrated with things right now with all of this. Okay. So, I hope you liked it, and if you really liked it, you could like it and maybe subscribe to my channel, because I make videos every single Saturday, and sometimes randomly during the week if I have something inspirational that I want to post, I don't know. And, yeah, and you can follow, I have links in the beginning of my video that you'll see that for more videos and how to subscribe and liking it. You can comment saying, more ideas for me, because you guys are awesome. Yeah, and I will see you guys next week. So that should be lots of fun. Woo!